All right, welcome to Winchester as we get set for our first home baseball game, first baseball game altogether between West Central and the Carrollton Hawks. Again, this will be the first matchup that I know of both teams. I know for West Central it'll be their first game, and I believe Carrollton as well.
No, Carrollton actually played yesterday.
Did they? How'd they do?
They beat Bunker Hill 18-0.
So we have Denny Vortman, Phil Pratt, the lefty, and Colin Bigley. Coach Bigley will join us hopefully a good portion of the season. Selfishly, I want him to anyway. But good to have all three of us on. And Colin, you can kind of tell us a little bit about maybe some of the expectations for this year based on what we saw last year.
I think coming off of last year, coming off with a regional championship for the second year in a row, and making it to the sectional, having all three pitchers back from last year, along with most of the core that, position guys, I think expectations are through the roof. Now, obviously, you have to go out there and play and be able to do that. So
avoid some injuries, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. Dalton getting hurt last year didn't help at all. But obviously he's back strong, and we're going to get a chance to watch him today.
Well, speaking of Hutton, he's going to lead off for West Central and pitch for us. Batting second, it will be Cam Severs playing second base. Carson Brown, first base, batting third. Cleaning up will be Landon Woods at shortstop. Caden Meyer will be behind the plate. Tucker Arnold at third base, followed by Anthony Hansen, center field. Stomball will be DHing, and I think he's DHing, yes, for Ben Banger, who's playing first base.
No, Ben's playing right field.
Oh, yeah, you're right, right field, and then Hayden Johns in left field batting ninth. So we'll get our first look at Hutton. As Coach just told you, he kind of had to shut it down a little early last year, and so he's going to be back on the bump. He's our ace. I would say he's our ace.
Absolutely.
And I can't tell you, I think, what, did he have one run scored on him last year, Coach? Is that about right? Or?
Yeah, I think it was one earned run.
I was here. I believe it was a solo home run by Maverick Henry, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
He just ran into that one, which, kudos to him. They're travel mates together back on the Rage team, so.
That's and you're going to have to just live with the wind, folks. It's blowing.
It's blowing in our ears, too, so.
And you'll have to live with some of the camera angles right now, as 2 is the best we could do on short notice, and we'll hope to get you some better angles, maybe behind the plate angles, as we start to get into some warmer weather and get our feet under us, because when you come outside with equipment, you're basing it on a lot of factors, and environmental is a lot of it. You may have service, you may not. It may be spotty, so if it kind of drops a little bit on us, we'll make adjustments, and we'll get her fixed.
Denny, do you have their lineup?
I do now.
Okay. I guess I can write that down in the book, but once again, folks, we got a book, no pencils.
That's all right, Phil. Most people don't even know how to keep a book anymore because everybody does Game Changer.
Right.
So,
and you know what? I'm one of those guys, and I am spoiled rotten by Game Changer, because you don't even have to figure out earned runs, nothing. It figures it for you.
Absolutely, it's nice.
Batting first for the Hawks, Cordes, he's their shortstop. It'll be Hutton and Meyer working together. First one a little high. It'll be interesting. You haven't pitched in a while. You're kind of antsy, ready to get back out there, being the guy.
I know they've been outside a little bit. They've had some nice weather.
Little jam shot to the third baseman, and it is an out, number 1. Nice job by Arnold.
Good job by Dalton there, minimizing pitches. That's a big thing with him. Being a strikeout pitcher the way that he is, obviously you're going to throw a lot of pitches that way. Good to see him get 3 pitches and an out there.
Howard for the Hawks steps in. He's their catcher.
That's a new position for Tucker this year, playing third base too, correct?
Yes, and then you got Caden behind the dish, which is new too, with Mason Berry graduating. So
So Howard takes.
And he swings through that one, makes it 1-1. And right through another one. I think we need to add the little radar gun in our screens at some point.
Yeah,
right?
there you go.
Especially when we have Hutton on the mound.
Right on.
Shot to right field. It's going to be a tough one in that wind. It's going to be caught by Ben Banger. He makes it look easy.
Yep.
Just kind of hung up there, didn't it?
Yep. It is kind of blowing in that way, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not going anywhere in that direction today. You're going to have to hit it 3 times to get it out to right.
I was worried a little bit about the way in which Tucker was going to have to play that ball and the way the wind was going to kind of mess with it.
Yeah.
Batting third is Cox. He's playing, well, he's pitching today.
Is he a southpaw on the mound too?
Yes, sir.
Is he?
He pitched against us both times last year. The first time we got him. The second time they beat us, and he pitched pretty well that day. That looked like a pretty good pitch right there. It must have been out.
One of the difficult spots that we're in, we'd like to be behind the plate there.
Good job by Dalton there, 2-0, coming back, just giving him a strike, seeing if he'll hit it.
Like you said earlier, you got to minimize that pitch count, especially early in the season.
Absolutely. And when you have as good a stuff as Dalton does, you just have to trust your stuff. You can't get too cute, you know, with your breaking stuff. You have to trust your fastball.
These guys are coming up swinging, man, so they're making contact. So they're getting the timing down. And I haven't seen a lot of off-speed stuff yet, have you?
No, I think he's throwing a couple sliders. That looks like about it. That's nasty. Oh. It's a good job by Cox laying off that. Most people can't lay off that pitch. We talk about that a lot, though. Dalton has such a good slider and good breaking ball that sometimes at this level, it just literally locks kids up. They can't swing, whereas at the next level, he's going to get a lot of swings on that pitch right there.
Looks like we're going to get a courtesy runner for the pitcher, Cox. That'll bring in Flowers. He's their third baseman, batting in the 4-hole. Early in this one still. I think we have the scoreboard up now, 0-0. I'm talking on the live stream. First pitch is fouled straight back. You're right, Phil. They're coming up at least hacking.
Yeah, they are. Yep.
Coming up with a plan. I think I'd do the same thing. I'd look for something hard early and try to square it.
I mean, 0-0 is usually your best pitch to hit.
Yeah,
so.
You saw some of those pitches Hutton was throwing out there, and I'd be at his mercy at that point.
Job right there. Now he's way on top. He can pretty much do whatever he wants right here. Might see one of those sliders right here.
Not a very big lead over at first either, is there? Swing and miss there. Yep.
That's 3 outs for the Hawks in the top of the first. We're going to take a quick break and get ready for West Central in the bottom half.
All right, we'll be right back.
Bottom of the first, West Central will take their turn here against Cox on the mound for the Hawks. Again, this is Denny Vortman, Phil Pratt, and Colin Bigley with us. Phil, you've probably been looking forward to this day since what, last part of September?
Yeah, I believe so.
Since junior high baseball ended?
Yeah, actually I have. I'm not going to lie. Don't get me wrong. I like watching basketball, but it was time to get out of the gym.
Time and place, right?
Yeah.
And what a beautiful day outside of the wind.
Yeah.
Which you got to kind of expect is coming in the spring.
But it's windy all the time anymore.
It's a nice day.
Yeah.
It was really nice last year when we went down to Carrollton the first day, too. It was about like this. It was windy, but
field looks good, you know. I think they did a lot of work. They could do it with the weather.
Yeah.
So.
Got the new windscreens up out West Central Cougars with the WC logo. That's nice.
Had those a couple years, and just to take have to give yourself time. First pitch to Hutton is a ball.
Hits that one out of play over the right underneath Carson Brown's truck.
There's always a debate of how far you need to park away from this place. Now, the net has helped itself out a ton since Phil's window was smashed a couple years ago.
Yeah, he just had to ask my wife how far to park away.
Pretty good breaking ball.
Breaks real late there, didn't it?
It's also good to have. First one I have for you, Colin.
Yes, sir.
Is I see him going to his mouth. What is the rule on going to your mouth?
The rule is as long as he do it while he was standing on the rubber. If there was a guy on base, it would be a balk. If not, it would. Let's call that.
Hutton puts it in play right to the third baseman. He has it. He throws it. Hutton might have beat that out.
He's safe. Nice hustle by Dalton. Nice hustle. Felt like the
step back on it, and with somebody like Dalton, you're in big trouble when you do that.
Yeah. He gets down.
You talk about these guys. Of course, a lot of these guys played together for many, many years on that Rage team, but you can talk a little bit about it more than we can. How deep they're going to be.
Around high school baseball, I don't know if I've ever been part of a team with the way Anthony finished the season last year for us as a freshman, and then in all seriousness, like Cam's ace 1A. Yeah. Like he has just as good as stuff. If you put him on any other team, he's probably their ace. So
and going down, kind of force some of these guys into an ace role,
Yeah, I mean, Anthony had to pitch absolutely wonderful job against faced off against a kid that's pitching at Blackburn College right now. See how he slots in as the number 3, and then we have a couple of freshmen,
too.
Yeah,
and he was pretty. Last year he had that seemed like that handicapped him for a while. So that's a second pickoff attempt over. So in the MLB, then they can't throw any more over.
Bunt by Sievers is laid down perfectly right in front of the pitcher's mound, just to the first base. He sacrifices himself, moves Hutton down to second base. Good baseball.
Absolutely. Cam's one of the most fundamental guys we got. If you need somebody to listen and drive him home. And this is that situation you love for Carson because they're worried about Dalton at second base.
Oh, yeah.
Ball low.
Starting him off with a curveball.
Yeah, to Brown.
I wonder if he's going to see a plate of those come to him.
Yeah, I was going to say, unfortunately, I have a feeling he's going to see a lot of that.
I agree.
This year, especially with the first base being open. But
yeah, good job, buddy.
that's something you'll see our team do really well. We spend a lot of time on practice. Lando needs to just stay the same way Carson was, take the ball the opposite field.
Yep.
That's where he's at his best.
I think he'll see a plate of curveballs too.
Yeah.
Cameras okay, Denny?
What's that?
Are the cameras okay?
You're probably seeing a little bit of buffering that we're trying to figure out. You know, it's just adjustments right now, so stick with us. It was Carson Brown just earlier, if you didn't see it, with the single, and then advanced on the running by Brown.
Same thing right there.
I jinxed him.
Not much you're going to do about that if it was hit so hard.
Lined out to the second baseman. Kind of sitting in a bad spot. That great big pole's in front of me. So, well, the Cougars do score 1, so we'll be right back.
Back to action. It is 1-0 West Central on a Carson Brown single, so it'll be stump for the Hawks. Hutton back to his second inning of work.
And he's a good runner, so our infielders are going to have to get rid of the ball. I remember last year he can get down the line a little bit.
One of those athletes, you know, you see him on the football field, you see him on the basketball court. He fouls that one away. And, of course, one of their guys here on the baseball field. Not sure where he gets his talent. Always got to do that to Mr. Stump. Here? I don't know. I haven't seen him.
Well,
this is one of those situations I want to see Dalton not waste a pitch, go right at him.
And he did.
Right there.
Yep. Freezes him, strike 3.
There's times where it's good to waste a pitch on 0-2, and then there's times where you need to go right at the guy. Dalton did it there. He knows.
I know you spend a lot of time with him, too, just figuring out the game. He's a smart kid anyway, and he devotes so much time to it.
Absolutely. Him helping coach in junior high baseball, and just he's one of those kids that the more he can be around baseball, and he just sits and absorbs it from everybody. So, yeah, he absolutely knew right there.
He's helped Justin in the junior high since his freshman year, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then he's helping with the Blue Cats. So, I mean, I think him help coach is just make him a better pitcher all the way around.
Sure.
So
tie him up on that one.
Yeah. You saw there.
0-2.
That's a perfect example of what it's like to hit against Dalton. Yep. Dalton Hutton right there, that swing.
This is Schnelton up. He's the center fielder. In the hole gets Hutton, and that's not a good place to be.
Get him with some high cheese there.
We're going to make sure we throw it on a hop around the infield and make sure everybody's awake.
That's all right.
Yeah, I mean, in all seriousness, I'm joking about that.
I know.
With a kid with like Dalton on the mound, it's hard to stay focused as an infielder or an outfielder. You just stand out there and everybody strike out, and then all of a sudden the ball gets on you and you're not ready. So
that one's fouled back by Denny.
That is Flowers, the left fielder.
Okay.
Got 2 Flowers in here. Don't know their first name. I know this is C Flowers.
Like I said, they're late on some stuff, but like I said, they're coming up hacking. So.
Yep.
Too old to remember my approach, but I'm sure in this case it would be just grip it.
Grip it, right?
Oh.
He fouled that one back, went off the catcher.
I mean, Phil was right in the first inning. The best approach with somebody like, that has Dalton stuff on the mound is try to see the first fastball in the zone and try to hit it because it may be the only one you get.
Flowers in the hole. Here's Hutton's pitch. And that's a strikeout again. That's a strikeout of the side for Hutton. That's 4 in the game. West Central leads this one 1-0. Bottom of the second, West Central leading this one 1-0. We'll have Caden Meyer, the catcher, leading us off here. Meyer, Arnold, and Hance, if anybody gets on.
Haas.
Haas, yeah.
Where's
Called him
Haas?
by his last name, and everybody from the Scott County was like, who's that? Meyer sees the strike.
Caden finished the year last year
He did.
for us on a big-time streak. Let's
Yes, he
hope
did.
he starts off kind of the way he did last year.
I think he's going to see something off speed again, I think.
0-2 on Meyer. Cox going through his signs.
Nope. Fouled that
Meyer.
one off off the handle.
Good job spoiling that pitch right there, just fouling it off. We talk about that a lot. 2 strikes, that's what you have to do.
Nice.
Good eye there.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Still, Cox has plenty of things to work with here.
Oh, yeah.
Caden got it back to 2-2. Now he can look for a pitch to hit.
Should be a good pitch here. But we've seen him throw the curveball. Yep.
And that's why we talk about spoiling that pitch right now
And get the
at
pitch
0-2,
count up.
because now you got the pitch count up. He's at a full count.
By all rights, he might throw him something off speed here. But
Yeah.
Of course, I'd be sitting fastball,
Yeah, he-
Spiked it in the ground again.
Yeah, he doesn't want to walk him with
Nope.
being the leadoff man there, so you're probably going to see a fastball. But here we are in the same situation that we were in the first with another good bunter up.
That's Arnold. As Phil has kind of pointed out, he's kind of a Swiss Army knife, isn't he? He kind of plays in
Yeah.
a lot of different positions.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, he's
third. He'll
Our-
do some catching, I think, a
kind
little
of
bit this
our
year.
Ben Zobrist.
Yeah.
And he'll play. He could probably play all 3 outfield positions, honestly.
Yeah.
Nice bunt down the third base line.
Good play by Cox there.
That was a much better bunt than even Seaver's bunt.
It was a really good play by Cox getting off the mound. Spinning probably an easier play for a lefty there than it is
because he's falling that way,
guy.
right?
But Tucker got the job done. That's one of those ones you love bunting if you're a bunter because you're bunting for a hit, but you also get the sacrifice if you don't get the hit. So
that's a confidence booster for him too.
Yep.
Hans at the plate now. Runner at second is Meyer.
Meyer's got his wheels like his dad out there.
So he's not scoring on a base hit. Caught in between. Nice play by Cox. Watched by the shortstop. It's going to be an error on the shortstop. Both.
Hands up there swinging.
Shot right back up the middle and played well by Cox.
And that right there is the perfect example of putting the ball in play compared to striking out.
Right.
Is like they had to make a play.
Put it in play, things will happen.
Stombaugh up or Haas?
Let's go with Haas.
Yeah, we'll go with Haas.
Let's go with Haas here.
If he gets a hit, he's Haas the rest of the year for me.
There you go. Hey, that's all right. He puts it in play.
Cox with a nice play. It could be a double play ball. It is. Nice job by the Hawks getting out of that one. No damage done. It's still 1-0 West Central. Top of the third, Hutton back to work. He'll be dealing with Schnetkoke, the right fielder, Grafford, the second baseman, and then back to the top of the order for the Hawks. Hutton with 4 strikeouts, 2 innings of work. Ball in play, the second baseman. Sievers makes that look easy. 1 out on 1 pitch.
We like that. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Yeah, you talk about the strikeouts, but getting deeper into games against good teams, nothing wrong with that right there.
Nope, let your defense make the outs for you.
We have a good one, so as a pitcher, like, you might as well use it.
Grafford squares here, and he fouls it. Hits him, too. The worst combination.
It could have been in the face. That would have been worse.
I've seen guys, and you probably have too, get hit but swing in the process and have to go back into the batter's box.
I think he's wanting to bunt again, just away. Well, maybe not.
He doesn't look comfortable at all. No. Strike two.
He's diving away.
Yeah, you just throw the
I was just looking at his bottom hang. I was looking to see if he was wanting to bunt again, but I don't know if that kind of caught him a little bit.
Yep. Job by Dalton.
Strikeout number 5 for Hutton. 2 outs here in the third inning.
Just go to the top.
Yep. This is the top of the order.
Like I said, the top 4 or 5, they're always swinging right out of the gate here. So
flew out to right field last time.
Started him off speed there.
Yeah, there's the slider right there. And you'll probably see that now, like second time through the order, Dalton start mixing a little bit. And that's what happens.
Oh, 2 on the shortstop. He puts it in play. It's going to roll foul now. Man, you did talk about it early, but this field is playing, and it's in great shape.
Yeah. You know, they rented a sod cutter, I know, and they cut some of the back, and then they squared or, you know, lined up the base lines. He's had some good hacks against Dalton up here.
Yeah, kind of like that with Dalton there. He kind of changed his motion a little bit there on that pitch, and, you know, it wasn't the same. And sometimes that's just enough to throw a guy off timing-wise. I'd like to see him go back to the slider here.
Ooh.
It was a good one.
And sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the batter because, you know, he laid off that one. He was all in there for a second. Good battle here.
The way he's swinging it here, he needs to go back inside of the fastball.
1-2 the count here. 2 outs.
That evens it up. 2's all the way across the board on the bottom. Got him.
Swings through that one. That's strikeout number 6 for Hutton. That's through 2.5 for us. It's 1-0 West Central. Bottom of the third inning, it's West Central holding on to that 1-0 lead. It will be Hayden Johns to lead off for West Central.
Our left fielder today.
This is the West Central home run inning, so if somebody hits a home run, CVS is going to, what are they going to do, Phil? Sponsored by CVS, by the way, obviously.
That's right. That's I felt like you put me on the spot there.
Yes,
I don't know.
Yes, I might have.
I might have to talk to the president.
He's
out there in the outfield.
You need a home run inning sponsored by CVS.
There you go. Yeah, free hot dogs next weekend. Yep.
Johns fouls off the first one, sees the second one high. And we talked a lot about him. He plays Blue Cat baseball with my son's travel group, and we talked about it even last year. His bat, in my opinion, fastball anyway, was ready for high school. And there's a lot of things in his game, especially still with the bat, that he needs to work on. But But I've always felt like there's not a fastball he doesn't like and that he can't catch.
Right.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah, he's not your typical 9-hole hitter. Like, he could legit leave the yard at any point in time, so that's going to be a big advantage for us this year. You'll see a lot of teams just grooving fastballs to the 9-hole guy thinking, and if they do, Hayden's going to hit well. So good job by him here running the count to full. Spoiling pitches. Good job.
His approach to me seems a lot more disciplined
Yes.
since the last time that I saw him. So
Yeah.
Of course, that was
part of being mature too.
Junior high, his 8th grade year, and then getting to high school here. It's just a lot. It's a lot different.
Well, you haven't seen him in, 18 months
Right.
too. A lot goes into your game.
Hey, and he's battling
in
him, man.
18 months.
You're at a full count here, and he's getting that pitch count up on him. So
That's what we love about Hayden. You talk about some of the maturity things, but there's no doubt in our mind, like, Hayden's going to go out and compete every day. It doesn't matter whether he's playing against a senior or a freshman.
A good at bat by Johns as he takes ball 4. Good start for West Central as that brings Hutton back up to the plate, number 1 hitter for West Central.
Like to see somebody over at first try to make him make a move over there to first, being a left-handed guy. My personal opinion is I don't think he has a move, and that's why he hasn't thrown over there yet.
He did throw when Dalton was there, didn't he?
Yeah, he threw a couple times there.
It was more of a quick move
Right.
than it was like the real good lefty look move. So
Hutton puts it on the bunt there. It gets up the first base line. Nice play by Cox again. But Hutton does his job. I would say of the 3 bunts, I like the 2 of them were really good.
And we talked about the last one, it being an easier play for a lefty, but that was a really tough play by Cox there. He has to throw it, through the runner running up the baseline, and a lot of times you
Air Maryland.
Yeah.
Over their head.
Try to lob it. Yes, absolutely.
Sievers. Take strike 1.
Maybe try to get somebody to throw it like John Lester.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm doing it.
I will walk right to you. Sievers puts it in play. It's in front of the pitching mound. The 3rd. He might get the freshman treatment if he gets picked off like that. You don't make the 3rd out at third base, do you?
No, especially like that.
He took a wide turn, heads-up play by the first baseman there, slings it over there. John's back safely.
If he takes the bat out of Carson's hands right here, I imagine Coach DeWitt's probably not going to be real happy. So,
well, Carson's not going to be real happy.
No.
Brown puts it to the shortstop. Over to first. Carrollton gets at it again. After 3, it's 1-0.
Dalton's at 36 pitches.
Here we go, top of the 4th inning. You might have heard Phil there, 36 pitches for Hutton as he starts work here in the 4th. It'll be the second batter for the Hawks. That's the catcher, Howard. Got some pine tar on that helmet, does he not?
Yeah.
Rips one to third base, and it's going to get under Arnold's glove there. I'm going to say that's probably going to be scored an error on Arnold. Just had his glove kind of turned around.
Yeah.
Wasn't.
It's almost like he tried to backhand it, but not between his legs, though, right?
Yep. Yep.
And that's tough for Tucker. He's playing a new position this year at third, and the ball gets on you a lot faster. He played second a lot last year, so that ball is going to take another at least one hop, if not two, if you're at second.
Mm-hmm.
He's just got to put that one behind him and be ready to make the next play now.
I wonder if they're going to try to do a little small ball right here.
Yeah, it's 3-hole. I would doubt it, but you never know.
Yep. I see them going through the signs.
He's kind of looking around, isn't he?
Yep.
Good job by Dalton picking there. A lot of times guys will show their top hand when you pick over to first base, so I didn't see him slide up, but I'm with you guys. I think he looks like he's going to.
He just has that look about him. Ball up into the air.
That's going foul.
It's going foul. It's going to be pushed out of here. I was just looking at that flag right before that pitch as it's blowing pretty hard coming in from right. I don't think it would take even a shot to left and played well.
Just to shove it.
Just to shove it out of here.
Right.
Good pitch there. Like to see him get a little ground ball here to Cam or Orlando and turn a pair. There it is. Got time still. Oh, he's out at first. Should be.
I think he pulled his
Runner didn't make an attempt to either
gonna
peel off or slide there, so he should be out. That's the home plate umpire's call.
Yep, and that's exactly what Coach DeWitt popped out of the dugout. Job by Mr. Bigley. That's why we have Mr. Bigley on this. He's all over it. They're talking about it.
Other than I might yell here if they don't call him out. Yep. It's the correct call.
Yep.
I just saw a video last week of a D1 game. I can't remember who was playing, but it was the same exact thing, and the guy didn't peel off. And even at that level, you still have to do it. You have to give in that case, you have to give Cam the chance to turn the pair. And
you think those guys would have learned that a couple years ago, honestly?
Yeah. Well,
that's how their postseason ended.
Well, and we talk about it a lot, like at the professional level, or even at the college level, what it used to be is if you didn't peel off there as a runner, there was no rule for it, but you were going to catch a baseball right in between the eyes because the shortstop's just going to throw it right at you.
Right. So does this bring up the 4-hole hitter here, Dennis?
Yes, sir. I believe so.
Yeah, I think you're right. Flowers, the third baseman.
And that was a good job by Landon. He kind of fumbled that at first to stay with it and able to even get the outcome that we did.
Right. He did.
And he did, yep. I'd throw it again if I was him. He doesn't look like until he proves that he's going to take a good swing on that, just keep throwing it. Move it off the plate a little bit.
Yep.
Or when you throw 87 miles per hour, you can do that. I never had that problem.
Right.
So
that's his 44th pitch there, so.
You would have liked to see him elevate that fastball a little bit there, but.
Way out in front of it. So.
Good pitch.
runner in front of us and take all the credit. I told him Coach Bigley was on it before you were on it, Grant. Out there and without running out there and play. I just giving him credit.
I bet Fuller was on it too.
Ball like Cox, you don't want to swing at that first pitch.
A ball.
He puts one in there.
Down.
Nice. Oh, the center fielder had a beat on it. And
He would do that when the first baseman's not even trailing that guy.
Well, yeah.
Inexperience? I don't know. I mean,
I'm not sure why you would get it to where you could get there, but he covered a lot of ground just to get to where he was. So
that'll bring up Meyer with no outs.
I like our approach that we have today against Cox. Everybody's staying up the middle of the field for the most part, so we just got to stay with it. They'll fall in eventually.
like I said, first game, you know.
Yep. Everybody's kind of pressing a little
yeah.
bit, you know. It's the beginning of the year.
And they got him.
Yeah.
They got Woods leaning. Kind of a different approach. He kind of snapped a couple over there. And then
Yeah, that was probably the better one there. I couldn't really see here whether they had him or not. It kind of looked like Lando was in under it, but maybe not. Can't get picked there, though, as the leadoff man either, so.
Meyer watches that one. He's in the hole 0-2. And he'll have to do what he did last time.
Oh, yeah.
Good take.
Yep.
Last time Meyer saw himself in the hole 0-2 and worked a walk, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, battle back. Good take. That's a tough pitch to lay off of right there. That was a good pitch by Cox. Battling again. That might have a car. Oh yeah.
It's Haas's car.
Yep.
Got him swinging. A little high heat there.
It's all right. Still good at bat.
Absolutely was.
Made him throw 6 pitches instead of 3. So.
Arnold will step in. He had a sacrifice in his last at bat. 1 of 3 so far for West Central.
Well, Cox, so he's at 42 pitches.
Yeah, once again, we kind of let him off the hook, you know, had the leadoff man on and got picked off. And, you know, as good as Dalton is, the longer you let a team hang around 1-0, you know, anything can happen in this game. So, like to see us start manually more when those situations arise. Job like Tucker right there.
Left field.
I'll tell you what, Tucker's come a long way since this time last year. He's put in a lot of work, and, you know, even by the end of the season, he was.
And I would even go back from when I saw him as an 8th grader. The work that he put in just to put himself on the field.
Yeah.
And then continue to work.
No, I think he hit 280 something last year. So as a freshman baseball, like, that's pretty good.
Yeah, but you know, when I saw him leave as an 8th grader, I was kind of wondering where his spot would be. You know, if he even had one, and he worked hard, his tail off.
When football was over, they put a lot of time out there south of town.
Yes.
You know, if another guy gets picked off at first, we're gonna have to mute Coach Bigley. Off-speed pitch is in there.
Do the same thing Caden's done when he's got down 2 strikes, just battle. I would bet fastball.
Yep.
Now probably you'll see the breaking ball here would be my guess.
On 2?
Yeah,
2-2.
2-2, yeah. This is kind of the pitch you want to make it happen, you know, because the runner's going to be moving on the 3-2 count. So as a pitcher, you definitely want to make it happen
And
on 2-2.
Tucker's got some speed, so I just, in case he spikes one in the ground there. Got close, didn't he?
Yeah. Now the big thing is, like, Tucker can't get picked off first base here. Like, you're going
You got to wait till it
regardless.
goes. Got to wait for his move to go. Yep. Oh. All right. Well, we'll leave one stranded. Hans strikes out looking there. We'll be back. Thanks for getting that flag back out there today, too.
Well, you know, I got a text, an angry text to
It wasn't
get a
angry.
flag. You know, it's my story, first of all.
Oh,
And
yeah, my bad. I was trying to put you on the spot.
You can't tell tone on a text, man. It was
That's
just
right.
like, I tell you, I started about 10 o'clock this morning because this is our first home game as far as getting live stream stuff, trying to figure it out. And I know at home you're probably seeing a little bit of buffering here and there. We're working through those things. But it's just a whole other element to set up the stuff outside.
Yeah.
Charlie Stump up to bat. He's the 5-hole hitter. Fouls that one off. So we appreciate you sticking with us. We're doing the best. We're going to figure out our kinks. First game stuff, just like anything, whether you're playing it or live stream, you're figuring some things out. Stump puts it in play. It's going to be a hard one, and it is foul. Brown just about had it. He can move, can he? Old Carson.
Oh, yeah. Don't underestimate him.
No.
I think you see that on the football field.
Yeah.
And probably more so on the football field than the basketball court, but at middle linebacker, he can run side to side for a big guy. Yeah, that's the pitch right there Dalton had to go to. Slider.
This is the center fielder, Schnelton. He is 0 for 1. And in the hole, 0 and 2.
That looked like a two-seam there the way it ran in. Now he can do whatever he wants, probably.
I think I'd put it back in the same spot.
I'd probably throw the slider again.
Fouled that one off.
I always try to kind of, you know, when you're thinking about calling pitches, you got to kind of watch the batter react to the pitch you threw, you know, for the first one. And
ball hit to the shortstop, Woods. He kind of sits back on that one and it lets it play him. It's going to be an error at shortstop. Schnelton on it first. That could be a problem.
Yeah, probably too good of a pitch on Dalton's behalf for the kid to get to it. And then also, yeah, Landon sitting back. But we talk about it a lot. If you want to play varsity baseball, you better put things out of your head real fast.
Yeah.
You're going to make errors.
Foul ball, right side.
And it seems like, you know, the moment you start pouting about it is the moment the ball
find you
starts finding you every single time.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Nope.
and Landon's good about that. He's, you know, a senior, and he knows to put it behind him. So,
They'll just hit another ball to him. We'll turn 2 and get out of here.
yep.
Saw Landon play a lot of third base last year. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one. And Seaver's going to make a play. Nice play by Seavers in the hole. He throws him out.
And you were talking about Landon playing third last year, but now we can move him to short, and that's the luxury you have is that Cam slides right over to second. I guarantee you Cam's a shortstop on 90% of the high school baseball teams around here, so it's a huge luxury to have. I mean, instead of looking at first and third and 1 out here, we have 2 outs. And
Yep.
Nice play by Seavers.
And we're at they're at the 8 hole now, I believe, right?
I think you're right. That's Schneckel Goki. He's the right fielder.
So this is one you'd like to see Dalton get this guy here and then start off with the 9 hole to start the inning. In a perfect world.
Little discussion between Hutton and Meyer, trying to get their game plan together. Here's the pitch, ball in the dirt.
Probably talking about what sign they're going to go on with that. That's the first guy on second base for them, I believe, this game. So
that's a good point.
Ideally, we would prefer they know that before they go out there, but
We're all right.
Off-speed pitch misses. I think you just call strike if you duck like that. I tell my son he's a ducker sometimes like that too, and I'm like, nope, that's a strike.
Yeah.
Right. Too bad.
It looked like it was probably in, but
fouled off, evens this up 2-2.
But I will say on his reaction on that curveball, I'd probably be throwing it again right now if I was Dalton, because he didn't look like he had a real good view on it. Yep.
Nice job. Come right back to it. Strikes him out. We're through 4.5. It's still 1-0 West Central.
Yep.
Haas will lead us off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. West Central scored early, and it's just kind of been quiet ever since.
I know one thing. If your nickname's Hoss, you definitely wear a number like 57.
Yeah. That's right.
You know what? In a couple pitches that I've seen from him, he's swinging.
He'll swing it and I can tell you, when he squares it up, he hits the baseball hard. So.
Ooh. In the hole, 0-2.
Looked like a little in there, didn't it?
Yeah, it might have been a little in. You know, with that lefty, it might have been one that started in and ended up right on the corner. So.
In play to the third baseman, cuts the shortstop off. He had some time, and he makes the play.
Hey, puts her in play.
Yep. That's right.
That's all right.
That'll bring in the freshman, Hayden Johns.
Hayden had to really get it bad his first time up.
Mm-hmm. He did. He caught himself kind of like Meyer in the hole, 0-2, and battles his way back for a walk.
Yep.
You're going to hear his name for 4 years. He's going to be a good one.
Absolutely.
Just a smidge late on that, but
he doesn't get cheated. I know. I didn't take cuts like that as a freshman. I know that. So.
0-2 as he fouls that one straight back. The book will get out on him probably pretty quick. He is definitely a dead red fastball hitter.
And it always does, but like I said, with him hitting in the 9-hole, I would even if the book gets out on him, you're still going to see a lot of fastballs.
He gets an off-speed pitch there and strikes out.
Well, let's see if Dalton can get a base hit and steal a base here, maybe, and get something started with 2.
Where'd you say his pitch count was? Did they
60? And then Cox's is at.
Nice swing by Hutton, straight back on that one.
At 58. Well, if that's updated, looks like 58, 59. So they're just
right about
the same.
Yeah.
Yep, they're just trading back and forth.
Well, I mean, other than the unearned run we got in the first, Cox he's matched Dalton pitch for pitch.
Yep.
Got to give him credit.
0-2 on Hutton.
I think he sees something off speed here again, don't you, Colin?
Probably.
Way he was kind of digging in the glove there. No.
Just a waste pitch. He might have been digging like that. I mean, he looks like he's pretty experienced out on the mound. A lot of times guys will dig like that just to throw the batter off, too, and then go back to the fastball. Job by Dalton there, holding up, even though it probably would have resulted in us being on first base.
Right.
But nobody ever wanted to reach first on a drop third strike before, so.
No. I know I couldn't run down there fast enough. Stays alive. Fouls that one straight back.
Good hands by Dalton. You notice that sometimes when you're in these situations. I watch,
One thing Dalton does too, you'll notice, he chokes up on the bat with 2 strikes a lot, and you don't see kids do that a lot anymore.
Right.
I really like that right there too. Cox is in a groove and kind of stalling Dalton a little bit, and Dalton gets in the box and then stalls him back by calling time.
Ooh.
Probably too good to take with 2 strikes.
Yep. So that'll send us to the top of the 6th. We'll be back after this.
Where is everybody?
Yeah, it's just straight switch, it looks like.
Hutton.
Dalton and Anthony.
So it'll be Anthony Hansa will take over for Hutton. We'll get an official line from Phil Pratt here in just a minute.
That's what I'm going with.
Hutton will take over in center.
See if I can get the box score on him. He had 9 strikeouts, 1 walk, 0 hits through 5. Through, looks like 60 pitches, 48 for strikes. So that's a pretty good percentage.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
And now you got Anthony coming in. This is a big inning right here. They got 9-1-2. You'd like to see, retire this 1-2-3, and then we'll face the middle in the 7th. But
Who we got up?
We have Grafford up.
Okay,
number 9 hole.
That's right, Colin. You said the 9 hole.
And then back to the top of the order. So we'll see what Hans.
So
talked a little bit about him.
Just Hans and Hutton change spots.
good job by Anthony coming in, throwing strikes. He does a pretty good job of it anyways.
Yep.
All our guys do, for that matter. That was the splitter there. That was a good pitch.
Yeah.
Anthony kind of started developing that last year as the season went along, and by the end of the season, that was probably his best pitch. Probably see it again here with him. I guess he's probably going to throw that split.
Ball in play to Sievers. He makes it look easy.
Yep.
Got
1 away.
Job by Anthony getting the lead off man, especially in a 1-run game. That's big. I think I remember seeing a statistic that in Major League Baseball, if you get the leadoff man, the other team has an 11% chance to score in the inning. So, and that jumps up to like 40-some if you don't, 50-some if you don't. So it's a big deal. It's something that you don't think of much, but in banana ball, it might be a little bit different. I've Savannah Banana games, and I'm not sure of the rules in that. So
it's tough to keep up with.
It is. Sometimes I think they just make them up as they go along. Yeah. We'll have to ask Fuller as he umpires a couple of their games. Good job by Anthony climbing the ladder there.
Yeah.
Looks like he has a little bit more velocity, you know, for obviously, being a freshman going into your sophomore year, you're going to gain a little bit more strength, but he looks like he's been spent his time in the weight room, absolutely.
For football, and
yep.
I know he didn't play basketball this year, so he was out hitting early and throwing early and
there's
getting
that
ready.
Split right there. That looked like a pretty good pitch. Must have been out.
This is Howard for the Hawks. He's the catcher. Number 2 hitter.
Helped him out.
Must look really good to him.
Mm-hmm.
I think every hitter thinks those look really good until they get in there, and they always look like a beach ball at that level, you know, and then all of a sudden it disappears.
His coach is yelling at him about it.
Yeah.
All right. Insane in the Blaine lived on those pitches
when
he was younger.
Yeah.
I mean, it's at the letters, but I get it. But
he's one of the few kids that I've seen that can get to that pitch.
He he's gotten better in his approach as he's gotten older, just like we always do.
Right.
We all do. But, man, when he was younger, he'd attack a pitch like that. Phil can attest.
Oh, yeah.
And he was just good enough to be like, see, Dad?
If he makes contact, he was getting on base. He's fast.
Yes.
All arms and legs out there.
Now it goes full. This is a pitch off walk.
Right.
So
Yeah. That gets you back to your 50% or 60% right on. There it is.
Yep.
Ball in play to the third baseman. Arnold does a great job coming to it. And even better on Carson over there, who stretches and picks it out of the dirt. We're through 5 1/2. It's 1-0.